Alright guys, today we are going to work on a Troy-bilt 3550 generator. It's 5250 starting watts, powered by Briggs & Stratton. It's not producing any power. So I'm going to go through the little things that I do to try to figure it out. I'm not really a huge expert on the power systems on these, but I've found a few different things that cause it. So any of the parts that I can find that you'll need in this, I'll put in the description below. I have a lot of stuff hanging around the shop, so hopefully I've got what it needs. I haven't even pulled it apart yet. We're going to take this back cap off, 8mm. There's 4 of them. We're going to take those out first. It's just, it's an obvious thing to me, but maybe not to everybody else. This thing's got 6 outlets on this one. That's cool. Usually there's a 220 in there, but I guess not. There's reset buttons for these, so you have to make sure that they're pushed in. If that button that's in there is popped out, that's the power loss. So you got to push it in and reset it. If it stays popped out and won't go back in, you got to replace one of those, which means you take this box out. There's nuts up here. Nuts up here, you take 4 of them out, and then after you get this whole box to slide out, and it unplugs back here. And that's another thing too, make sure that the plug is securely fastened. Make sure there's no corrosion in it. Wire brush them if you need to. It's important that they make a good connection as well. And then once you get this box out, if you're replacing that, there's Phillips heads. You got 4 of them as well to hold the back of this box onto the front of the box, and you can just pull out that breaker and replace it. But most of the time that's not the issue. Most of the times it's the brushes inside of here. So we're going to pop this open. Again, 8mm, all 4 of them. 8mm, it's 7mm. You're not going to focus in on that, are you? There it goes. Ish, 7mm. 7mm, all 4 of them. Pulls straight off the back. It's just there you go. These are the brushes right here. So there's like a little electronic thing on the back of it that burns up. Matter of fact, I think I'm seeing black char there right now. Pretty sure that's our issue. So I think that's an 8mm as well. Let's see if the 7 fits it though. Nope, that's 7mm as well. We're going to take these 2 out, pop this out of there. Alright, so then we're going to go ahead and pull this out. See, it's just 2 brushes, but there's an electronic, you can see there's like char. So we're going to pull these wires off. The red was on the top, the blue was on the bottom. I don't think that matters so much, but we're going to put it back on the way it was. So go ahead and disconnect those 2 wires. Alright, yeah, and as you can see, that's burnt. That's completely melted out. Something sizzled and fried and burnt it right out. The connections are fine. There's nothing wrong with them. So this is a common issue. This happens. I'll try to find this on Amazon. I'll look up and see what I can find. Let's see if we can find a used one for this. See, I got a used one here. This is what it's supposed to look like. This is what it does look like. Let's see if I can get these 2 together real quick. Oh, this is, yes. Let's see. So the solder looks like it burnt right there where that wire connects. So it's not making a connection to anything anymore. Let me get some carb cleaner, we'll rinse it out and get a good view. Yeah, so I blew that off. You see there's a melted pit right in there. It melted, it burnt right through. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and plug those 2 wires back into this. Again, it doesn't really matter which way it goes. will go back the way it was. I think I figured out what was wrong. No, notice there's this tab right here. So this goes in the back and the red goes on the top one. Well, I just went to put that on and it slid on. It slid right back off real easy. See, it's not gripping. So this was a loose connection and that's what burnt that off like that. It was just arcing and creating all kinds of heat. So I'm going to get a pair of pliers and I'm going to squeeze that down to where it's a tight connection. Alright, so see the wire is a little tighter now. We're going to try that, see if that worked. Squeezed it in a little. Perfect, it was very tight. So again, this has to go to the back. Red on top, blue on bottom. Get this thing set in here. And then 2 7mm. Hold this, 2 7mm to hold it in place. Alright, so that's that. Now we're going to go ahead, I got all the bolts in here. We're going to go ahead and put this back on. You're going to just work this rubber seal to where it goes right into this and then set it in place. And that's it. She's ready to go. Again, the brushes, I'll see if I can find them. I'll find the part number or whatever. I'll put it all in the description below. You should be able to find them on Amazon, but if not, you know, I'll put the part number or whatever you need. We'll try to find it and figure it out for you. So now this type of generator has that kind of setup on it. Other generators have capacitors in them, and they're little round capacitors. It's a little tube. Some of them are, you know, banana shaped and stuff. Those go bad as well, and that prevents it from creating power. It's a little tube. It's simple. You just look at the UF rating. Like a lot of them, like my diesel is 35 UF. You can put larger capacitors in. I've done larger. My diesel, I put a 130 in it, so it's way up. But you find that size capacitor and you can put it right in it. You know, just look up 35 UF generator capacitor or whatever UF it is. This one is just it's got the brushes system, and that's how this one's set up. If this helped you guys out in any way, shape, or form, give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. Today's t-shirt will be in the description below. If you guys want to do any advertising through me, message me. More than happy to. Peace.